Quest for Life on YouTube. In this episode, I am doing a sugar-free update. Just last month, I did sugar-free September, and so I'm going to share why I did it and how it went. I had been thinking of doing sugar-free since a few months back when I saw the documentary Fed Up, and it was really good. I do recommend that you watch it if you can. It's also out on DVD, but it was around since then that I started taking the challenge seriously and started preparing for it. I wanted to do sugar-free to see if it would better my acne and my energy. So was doing sugar-free hard? I would say somewhat. What really helped me do it successfully was planning out sugar-free snacks and meals so that I would be prepared. It's important to have a game plan and the appropriate foods at hand. For me, it wasn't that big a deal not doing sugar in meals, although you do have to be careful with labels and make sure there's not a ton of added sugar. It's very common that foods nowadays have added sugar. Over 80% of foods have added sugar, so you do have to be careful for that, and that was kind of a little eye-opening for me. I had to pay attention to that. But what was more of a challenge was finding an alternative to sweets. So these are the foods that I stuck to while doing sugar-free. In the mornings, I would stick to a low-sugar glowing green smoothie. So instead of banana and apple, I replaced that with green apple, cucumber, lemon, and ginger. And it was really good. Still doing romaine and greens. I also avoided high glycemic fruits like bananas and grapes, and I also avoided sweet potato, carrots, and pumpkin. My main sweetener of choice was stevia, but the one that does not have added cane sugar or dextrose, you have to watch out that it doesn't have added sugars as well. That's what I stuck to, and I also avoided natural sweeteners like honey, maple syrup, brown rice syrup, molasses, coconut sugar, and coconut nectar. It was pretty intense. And after my first week of September, I even stopped eating my dark chocolate bar, which is 85% and low sugar already. So I also made it a challenge to avoid that, and I succeeded. So that's pretty crazy. I'm pretty glad about that. And more snacks that I enjoyed while doing sugar-free September were gluten-free chips with either hummus, salsa, guacamole, black beans. I also enjoyed nuts like walnuts, hazelnuts, pumpkin seeds. I really enjoyed chia pudding with vanilla, chocolate mixed up together. It was really good. Also with coconut milk and chia seeds, it makes it really creamy and satisfying. And also oatmeal with stevia and maybe some cut up fruit or berries was also really good. And I even made sugar-free chocolate ice cream, which was my favorite. So creamy and delicious, you wouldn't even notice that it was sugar-free. I'll tell you the recipe really quick. It was 1 can of coconut milk, full-fat coconut milk, 1 can of coconut cream, a 1/4 cup of chocolate powder, 2 packs of stevia, and a dash of salt, teaspoon of vanilla. Blended all those things together. I had an ice cream machine now, so I put it in the ice cream machine, and then a little while later came out this really creamy, delicious chocolatey treat, and it was good and satisfying. I'll make sure to put that recipe in the description box below. So those were some of the foods and snacks that I stuck to while doing sugar-free, and they were really good. It was very good to have them around and to be prepared with them. Another thing that I noticed while doing sugar-free was that the mind has a lot to do with what you think you're craving. For example, I would feel satisfied after eating something, but then my mind would say it's time for something sweet, although there's really no reason for me to eat something sugary. And so I've learned to distinguish more now the difference between my body speaking and my mind speaking, and really understanding that I don't have to have something sugary after every single meal every day. And so I think that's really good. I'm glad about that. I feel way more at peace with that, and there's more room for improvement, so that's good. So more positive improvements of doing sugar-free. I've noticed that I have an easier time getting out of bed now than I did before. I actually feel more alert and refreshed and awake, and just in general it takes me much less time to just get out of bed, whereas before I would feel sluggish, I would feel dazed. It would be just a horrific experience trying to get out of bed in the morning. Now it's not like that anymore. I'll kind of open my eyes and feel okay. You still need a lot of rest. You still need plenty of rest. That does not change. No magic happens there. Still get plenty of rest, and you won't have that hard a time getting up in the morning. So I'm glad about that. I also feel that I've broken my obsessive habit of eating dark chocolate every single day after a lot of meals. So now I know that I can go without it for days, and it's okay. I'll still feel good. I'll still feel good. I'll still make it throughout the day. I can do without it. And I've also learned a lot of new sugar-free recipes. It made me delve more into Googling sugar-free things, and I found really great things like sugar-free chocolate hazelnut ice cream, and that I'm willing to keep making. So now I will kind of explain more of the negative or the side effects of doing sugar-free. So the main reason for me that I wanted to try sugar-free was to see if it would do anything for my acne, but I found that my acne didn't improve much. At the beginning of the month when I started sugar-free, it had been getting better day by day, but as soon as that time of the month came, I broke out like crazy, even worse than usual. I was kind of disappointed and frustrated, like, well, why is this going on? But as I've heard, I was hoping that this was only a symptom or a sign that my body is actually going detoxing, actually going through change and healing. And during the second half of the month, I still am recovering from that acne. I still have marks, still have scars, and I broke out all over my chin area, my cheeks. And that just pretty much confirmed a self-diagnosis I had made for myself a few months earlier, that I probably have a hormone imbalance, and so it just confirmed that, and I will still be working on that. For the second half of the month, I also experienced a lot of nausea, which I've heard and know is a symptom that your body is going detox and change and healing. So what now? With what I've experienced, I decided that I'm still going to try to be as sugar-free as I possibly can. I'm deciding that I will still continue doing low sugar glowing green smoothies. Those aren't a problem for me. And I still love sticking to stevia as my main sweetener of choice. And I'll still stick to sugar-free snacks and meals that I've learned recently, like sugar-free chocolate ice cream and doing nuts and things like that. I did decide that I'll bring back in like bananas, dates, sweet potatoes, even maple syrup, things like that occasionally, but not as much as I used to. And definitely baked goods, candy, processed foods, junks, things like that are out of the question still. That's never really been an issue, so those things are definitely out. I hope this video or anything in here was beneficial to you. If you want more information on sugar-free, do check out my blog at myquest4life.com. I have some more sugar-free posts and updates that I did on there. And just for fun, I'll share today was a really good day. I got to meet Tony Horton at 7-Eleven in North Hollywood. He just launched his Tony Horton Kitchen foods that will be available in 7-Elevens, only in the LA area for now, but they tasted really good. There was cold pressed juices, a lot of variety, I think like 4 or 5 total, and he also had sandwiches and salads and wraps. It was super good. I'm excited that there's going to be good foods in convenient places, and if business goes well, he's planning on expanding to other 7-Elevens, so really hope it goes well. It's really cool. And if you're in the LA area, you should check it out. So yeah, thank you again for watching, and if you like videos like this, make sure to give a thumbs up, be a fan on Facebook, and subscribe if you like this video. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good day. Bye.